everyone, this is Zain from Mosaic Club. I would like to welcome you to our Mosaic Club studio. Today we are going to talk about the relationship between George Floyd and the destruction of the pyramids of Giza. Yes, that's what we are going to talk about. I believe that most of you already heard about what happened to George Floyd in the United States of America and what happened after that, especially this kind of protests that started among many countries in Europe, such as France and United Kingdom. And let's go away from US and go to Bristol. Bristol, it's a city in United Kingdom. What's so special about Bristol? Okay, there was there was a statue for Edward Clouston. Who is Edward Clouston? This guy, he was so famous of being one of the most people who's selling slaves and captivating people from Africa and sending them to the United States or to the New World. Okay, so they destroyed his statue and they threw it in the Bristol River. And then what happened? So this is only the tip of the iceberg. Why? Because after that we started to hear from the social media that many people, they started to call for the destruction of the pyramids of Giza as a symbol of what? A symbol of slavery and forcing people to do something away from them freedom and to take them freedom away. Is this true or not? Actually, I'm not here to tell you is that true or not, but I'm going to discuss it with you. Why? Because if we are going to talk about the destruction of the pyramids of Giza, we can go back to talk about Muhammad Ali, the time or the era of Muhammad Ali, the founder of modern Egypt, as we call him. Muhammad Ali started to rule Egypt between 1805 until 1848. And one of his projects, he wanted to build something like aqueduct to control the water of the Nile River that goes to the delta, especially to Rosetta and to Domita. And then what happened? He appointed to this project an engineer, a French engineer. His name is Linen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name in the right way or not. I don't speak French, okay? And he appointed this gentleman to work and to do this project. And then what? He told him, look, Linen, you have the pyramids of Giza. You can take or you can salvage the stone blocks from Giza pyramids and use it in the construction of this project. So Linen was thinking, okay, what can I do? If I did that, it's going to be a bad reputation for France and the French people forever, and we can't undo it after we do it, after it's been done. So he asked the consular of France in Egypt, and the ambassador, what did he tell him? He told him, okay, I support your quest to stop Muhammad Ali from doing this idiocracy. Okay, so what happened afterwards? They went to Muhammad Ali and they told him about that. And Muhammad Ali was thinking like, okay, do we have another option for that? Because if you don't have any other option, we are going to use those stones. Whatever you want, we are going to use those stones. Unless if you are going to find for me a cheaper solution. So what did they tell him? They told him that if we are going to use the stone blocks of the pyramids of Giza, it's going to cost you, Muhammad Ali, per 1 cubic meter, 10 piastres to move the stone blocks from the Giza to the project site. And if you are going to use the quarries, and it's going to cost you only 8 piastres to move 1 cubic meter to the project site. And this is what we can call it the 8 piastres that saved the pyramids of Giza. Okay, this one thing. Another thing, if we are going to talk about, okay, the pyramids of Giza, it's the symbol of what? The symbol of slavery and taking away the freedom of the people and forcing them to do something for the sake of pleasing the pharaoh or the king of Egypt or the ruler of Egypt. Is it true? Actually, if I'm going to talk about that, I can go back to the Orientalists who came to Egypt on the several hundreds of years ago. They came for what? For a quest. What is the quest that they had? They had a quest to verify the stories that they have in the Old Testimony about Egypt, about the Exodus, and about the building the pyramids. What's that? I'm not going to mention specific stories, but I can mention a specific guy who worked on such a thing. Who is this person? This person, he was one of the historians. He's actually a Greek Jewish historian. His name is Eusebius, and he worked on such a thing to verify the ideas or to verify the stories that mentioned in the Old Testimony about Egypt, about the Exodus, and about that the pyramids was maybe built by the Jewish people or they were forced to do it. This one thing, if we are going to talk about like it's been built by slavery, a huge slavery machine to control everyone and to please the Pharaoh. Okay, okay. But if we are going to talk about like evidence that it was organized work, what can I tell you? There is the first evidence that I have today. What is it? We made a video 2 years ago, I think, or as I remember, 2 years ago. It was in the city of worksmen that they worked on the establishment of the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's located nearby the Sphinx. This one thing. And it was hosting about 24,000 worksmen, and they didn't work every day. They worked only 3 months a year. That's the only times they work. Okay, but one of you might ask me or might tell me, okay, look, we had many camps in Europe, and those camps were made by the Nazi, and they were using the Jewish people, and they were forcing any of them oppositions to do them projects. Okay, so let's keep the city of the worksmen away and forget about it. And let me tell you about another evidence. And this evidence, we discovered it very recently. It's called the papyrus of Mirror. Who is Mirror? Mirror actually was a supervisor or a head of a worksman. He was supervising 40 worksmen. And this guy, why he's so special or why he's so important? Because in his papyrus he was mentioning first thing that in the 27th year of his reign, he was talking about the King Khufu or Khanom of We. This is the name of King Khufu. Okay, so this is a new evidence that the King Khufu, the founder of the Great Pyramid of Giza, ruled Egypt for at least 27 years. This one thing. The other thing, which is it has a lot of tables. Why? It has a lot of tables. Those tables, they are mentioning what? Mentioning the quantity of food that were sent to the site of Giza. How many quantities of food were sent each day, and the style of work that happened in the Giza pyramids. So whether you are agreeing with me that, or you are not agreeing with me that we should destroy the pyramids of Giza, or even you think or you believe that the pyramids of Giza is a huge symbol of slavery, I think it's a chance for you and even for me to think and to search and to find some evidence to see the truth, or as they say in the X-Files, the truth is out there. This was Zain from Mosaic Club Studio. Bye bye.